so on Friday we had a pretty strong day that ended up with a little bit of some poor structure. It was kind of grinding higher towards the end of the session. You can see we broke out of the range and then we kept kind of grinding higher. We didn't quite get to the 55.66 area, but the point of control was way up here at 55.50. So I have a target here at 55.98 and another one at 56.22 to repair this bullish imbalance from this session and from let's see what the other one was. I think it was this session right here, or this one. But at some point I had a couple of bullish imbalances and I had those targets. We also have this gap, RTH gap, which hasn't been filled yet, which fills at 56.10 3/4. And we have this high volume node from a few weeks ago at 56.70 that hasn't been retested. You can see also this untested point of control. So, you know, this is going to be a magnet for the time being, as long as we hold, you know, above the previous week's high. If we don't, and if we start coming back inside in the range, which is a strong possibility, the first target is here at the 55. Well, first we need to get below the overnight low, because you can see that you know, this action the last few days has been very bullish. So we need to see some strength to the downside before we can even think about shorting this. But in the case that we see that, and we see a break below the developing value area low, then the first target is here at the 5500, which is the 5-day point of control. Then we have a little bit of support here at the 54.85, 86. And then below that, we have a high volume node here, another one here, another one here. So here it could be a little choppy, that we just, you know, spend some time and chop around between these three levels until one of them becomes the next point of control. The 20-day point of control is way down here, but I think that if we come back into this area, we can trade enough volume to shift this higher. But we still have a gap here too, so that's another thing to keep in mind. So you know, and actually the other thing that we could think about is, we have this range, we have you know, several weeks that we spend in here, and then we're breaking out of this range. So if we break above and then fail and then accept back into the range, it could be a look above and fail, and then we could come down quickly into this 5300 again. That's a possibility that I'm not discarding, even though this action seems pretty bullish. So keep that in mind. So, but for now, I'm leaning to the long side until I see strong sellers and we come back below the overnight low. The other thing to keep in mind is that if we break higher, then either hit a target or just the moves start getting kind of tired, and then we start coming back down, we're gonna be at that point coming back inside value for the previous session, for Friday's session. So if that's the case and we accept inside value, then I'm gonna be looking to fade that move into value area low, which is at 55.12 on ES. I don't know if I put that level there. Did I put that level there? No, I didn't. But 55.12 is actually, I didn't put any levels here. Let me just do that really quick. But so the targets, I'm just updating the targets here. So 55.12 is the value area low. That's not there, but that's one of the targets. It's very close to overnight low. That's why probably I didn't add it as a level. But anyway, NQ. So it's interesting because NQ, it's already trading. So it didn't have that gap, the big gap to fill. Like yes, it already filled it. I mean, it never had such a big gap, but it's back into the upper range, right? Like you can see that this is the 90-day range, and the ES is just getting into it. It's lagging a little bit. So target for NQ is right here, the 19,650 area, and then 19,870 is the other target, which is this high volume node, and also a target that I from that bullish imbalance from this session. And then we have some resistance here at the right below the 20,000, and then right here below the 200 moving average at 20,200. And then we have some support here at 19,200 that if we lose, then we have this, actually let me just, we have this whole range that we could go through pretty quickly and retest this 18,800 area. And we have this 18,400 20-day point of control, which is pretty prominent. You can see how much volume it has in comparison to everything else anywhere, right? Other than this area right here. Okay, crude oil. So I mentioned this the other day that we had broken higher, and then we started putting a lot of volume here, and then on this test brought us down to this low volume area, and then I said if this holds, then we're probably going to have a double distribution, and that's what we have right now. The 20-day point of control shifted up here, so this is the new range to be looking at, between 6160 and 6480. And then if we break above this 6480 area, then this is the target right here, 6635. Otherwise we're gonna just trade back and forth here, and this is the the 63 area is the magnet. Gold, let's see what's up with gold. So after testing the 3500 area, we had a drop, and we left the RTH gap there. But we're back into this range, right? So 3270 needs to hold, otherwise we're going back to 3235, which is right here, this high volume node. And if we manage to get back above 3380, then we're gonna likely retest this area at 3440 to 3430. All right, we don't have much news today, but we have Trump speaking or meeting later on today. We have some bill auctions, but then tomorrow we have some earnings. So earnings, remember with earnings you can have a lot of strong moves after the market opens or before the market opens. So keep that in mind if you have some positions that have options that are that could get you in trouble on a gap, because earning seasons is when you get gaps like we did the other day, and those kind of positions could get in trouble. All right, good luck.